I'm just trying this to see how it works out. I might just use it first time, but we'll see. Yeah, this is how I'm starting my video.
Hey!
Yep.
Got to pay back.
Yeah.
Revenge.
And what I'm about to say.
I'm mad.
Yeah.
Got to get back. I need some get back.
In some way.
Pay back.
Yeah.
Pay back. That's it. Pay back. Revenge. I'm mad.
You know what? You know, I made the last video. And it's true, I quite methodically went through a number of names. And it's quite funny. I think this magical, mystical revelation of pedophiles might be leading us in a direction that some of us didn't really want to go. Like childhood heroes, you're going, no, say it ain't so, ma. Yeah, but it's so, and the reason why I got this nigger on the front of my start is because, you know what, there's been a couple of funny, you have to understand, I was talking about the paedophile cabal and how it fights back, and it's not always going to fight back in ways that you'd expect. Obviously, they're going to try and deflect attention onto other things, not just necessarily other people, but other particular crimes, and some really freaky, weird crimes have been happening. Just like random black people doing the most stupidest stuff, and like some of you might have seen this. Obviously,
and then my brother was going as well.
Bang! Right? Okay. Right. Check this, like dick. Okay. Check this prick. Okay. Now, totally unsolicited, unwarranted attack on a young female, right? And like, it turns out after you listen to the interview for a while, she appears like she's Arabic or something like that. But in the initial, when this came out, it actually looked like this black guy whacking a white girl around the head. Stirred up some feelings. I know this was reported in America, and in America they just looked at it as a black on white crime. It turns out that, you know, maybe they kind of, well, anyway, I got my suspicions, but this looks like a just completely unwarranted, ridiculous, motiveless attack. And it just took attention away from what was going on at the time. Look at the way the guy just runs off as well. There's something not right about this. Right? And I said there's something not right about this. I know black people are known for doing stupid things, but look at this. Now this looks like any other what I would consider Jake running up the road. But it turns out, no, when all is done and dusted, the man appears to be Mr. Michael Ayodi, yeah, of 34, appeared at Thames Magistrate Court, pleaded guilty to assault and actual bodily harm, right? And you know, this like now infamous piece of footage has now gone around the world, and this Nigerian, okay, immigrant, okay, has like well, basically made, you know, all of us normal black people look obviously like complete nutters on the street. And you might think, well, hang on, that's just one incident, okay, but you know, as soon as I saw this, and I know it went around the world, I just wanted them to catch this guy, because it doesn't matter what race or person you are. If there's someone walking around doing this bullshit, yeah, they need to be arrested. That, I mean, that's just like, this guy needs, you know, something very nasty to happen to him. But okay, that's story number one. Okay, Mr. Michael Ayodi, 34, appeared at Thames Magistrates Court and pleaded guilty to assault, occasioning actual bodily harm. The attack, which appeared to be random, took place when the girl was walking near the Black Lion pub on High Street, Plaistow. When the CCTV footage released by police, in CCTV footage released by police, a man is seen jogging up behind her and punching her in the head. It's just a ridiculous crime. The girl immediately falls to the ground and is left sprawled across the pavement. Police say that the girl broke her teeth when she hit the ground. Ayodi of Greengate Street, Plaistow, was remanded in custody to appear in a London Crown Court on an unspecified date. Why an unspecified date? Sentence, hang that nigger now. Anyway, but that's Michael Iode, not to be confused with Richard Iode, the up-and-coming British comedy genius. I had to throw him in there because he's an Iode as well. He's half Nigerian. Okay? Next story. Now, this one just shook the local community a little bit because it's happened just up the road. And I'm going to play you this story. Now, basically what it is what you need to do is listen to the end of the story. Obviously, it sounds like a horrific attack, yeah. And my thoughts go out to the young girl that was involved in this. But listen to how this is advertised, or listen to how they're asking for help in this appeal. And tell me if you think anything strange about it.
The girl, who was wearing her school uniform, had got off a bus from Enfield town, and as she came along Galliard Road, which leads round the edge of the park, she realised she was being followed, so she zigzagged from this side of the road to the other and back again a number of times to try and get away.
There's nothing to say that...
Right, okay, before we go into this copper, right, do me a favour, ladies, if you're walking home late at night and that does happen to you and you're being followed by someone, yeah, okay, zigzag, do that, right? But if you're still being followed, please find the nearest available house with the lights on, and you ring on that doorbell and you say, "Excuse me, sir or madam, there's a crazy motherfucker following me. Do you mind if I can use your phone to phone the police?" If you don't already have a phone, you don't, but this is the thing. This 11-year-old girl getting off a bus on the way home from school, apparently, right? Now, what teenager doesn't have a, well, she's not a teenager, obviously, but, yeah, but what kid doesn't have a phone in London in this day and age? And if there's something dodgy like that, you ring this ain't this ain't like Mission Impossible. You ain't trying to escape for anything. If you got a nutter chasing you or following you, you ring the nearest doorbell. If you haven't got a phone, or you get on the phone and you ring the police and you give them your location. Anyway, listen to this.
This is linked to any previous events or incidents. There's obviously always the worry that if someone has committed an offence like this, they can go on and commit offences again of a similar nature. And because of that, the local borough police have put into place reassurance patrols and patrols that will try and identify the suspect and certainly put off any further attacks.
Hundreds of homes overlook Jubilee Park, but the trees are thick. The Drinkwater family live 100 metres from where the attack took place and heard nothing. A lot of trees through there.
There's an awful lot of trees, and we call it the back park. It has been an issue for us for some time. I mean, to my knowledge, these trees haven't been logged for well over 20 years.
The park was meant to be shut when the attack happened, but dog walkers and others are often there long after dark.
There would have been school children in there.
You've seen that before?
From the other school, yeah, they walked through from the school over the back there, straight through the park to get to here.
Right, let me tell you something. That's not too far away from me, this park, and it's one of the most busiest parks I know. At 4 o'clock, you would have kids coming from school, still in the park, and look at this. Do me a favour, watch this video. Look at the weather, right? It's really wet. Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying nothing bad happened to a young lady, right? But then when you hear the other circumstances, considering like how wet it is, and there's rain everywhere, and it's muddy, right? I mean, with people walking through that park all the time. If you're not on the grass, then you're in a tree. You're in the trees, and if you're in the trees, you're in the mud and the wet, right? And what? Anyway, listen to this.
So there would definitely have been people there.
Detectives are looking for a black man with afro hair, a grey top, and black baggy jeans. Robert Punt, BBC London News, Enfield.
Okay, and if you didn't get the smack you in the face part, right? Let me just play it to you again.
Jeans. Robert Punt, BBC London News.
There have been people there.
Detectives are looking for a black man with afro hair, a grey top, and black baggy jeans. Robert Punt, BBC London News.
Right, as well as these two guys, or this man and woman, giving like devastating testimony to the fact that that is probably one of the busiest parks in this manor, right, with people walking through it all the time. And if anyone let out one scream, there would be people in the area to hear that. But okay, well, I've got to believe that this girl was held captive in this park for 3 hours in the mud. Okay, and the only description that we have to go on this person is what?
So there would definitely have been people there.
Detectives are looking for a black man with afro hair, a grey top, and black baggy jeans.
Now, I'm sorry, on on any number of days, that looks exactly like me. Hang on a second. A black man with afro hair. What kind of fucking description is that? Right? Are you am I the only one that's a bit fucking freaked out by the laxness of this reporting? Okay? That's like saying being raped by someone who's ginger and saying you're looking for a white guy with ginger hair. What am I going to do? Drive down the road and stop every single person with ginger hair? Right? I mean, how big was the person? Were they tall? Were they short? Were they fat? Were they slim? Did they have facial hair? Did they have a moustache? Did they have a beard? Did they have a broad nose? Did they have a thin nose? Did they speak with a funny accent? Did they speak with a foreign accent? Were they well spoken? Were they from the area? All manner of description is possible, right? Did they have any tattoos? Did they have any funny teeth? Did they smell funny? But a black man with an afro, really? That's what you're going to give the public to go on. Now, tutus now. Turns out that it looks like rapist, has been arrested. And his name's Ampemipo Daji. Ampemipo Daji. A man has appeared in court charged with the rape of an 11-year-old girl. The victim was dragged into Gallard Road in Jubilee Park in Lower Edmonton after getting off a school bus at 5 o'clock GMT, right, on the 23rd of November. They said 4 o'clock, but 5 o'clock, okay, right. Opemipo Daji of Oswald Place, Enfield, is accused of rape and attempted rape of a girl of 13. Accused of rape and attempted rape, okay. And the 18-year-old was remanded in custody at a hearing at Enfield Magistrates, right. He will appear at Wood Green Crown Court on the 6th of December, okay. And a 26-year-old man was arrested on Monday, has been bailed pending on further requests. They arrested someone else. How can you? Well, I don't know what's going on there, but like this is in my area. This is in my area. This is just up the road from me. Okay, so this doesn't. Everyone I've spoken to says this doesn't sound right. How are you going to give out the description of a rapist as a black man with afro hair? Seriously. Okay, and we're just supposed to swallow this up. Who's supposed to swallow this up? I think the fear factor is going on here. I think someone's trying to push the fear factor. This is how the pushback happens. Okay, Opemipo Daji. That's a Nigerian name. 2 Nigerians. Okay, this one has afro hair. Okay, and found out another little bit of information. This guy here tried to get his hair cut on my road. On my road. This guy tried to get his hair cut on my road. It's not good, man. What's that? That's very near me. What's going on? This guy tried to get his hair cut off on my road. It sounds like, and the funny thing is, I chat to the barbers. I don't even go in there. I don't even use that barbers. But I was in there just chatting about something else, and I had a long chat with the barber. It's quite a funny guy, and he just broke the news to me and everything. Turns out this Opemipo Daji guy has been moved into the area recently. Okay, and he's just coming off the back of raping an old granny or some shit like that. And he's there chatting his business in the barber shop on my road. Whoa! What's going on? What's going on? And apparently the police came into that barber shop and arrested the guy. Yeah, that's a bit close to home. Okay, it's a bit further down the road on my road. Like, okay, a few hundred meters, but what's going on, man? What's going on? walking, all through October, Black History Month, I was busting, debate the cause, bust his afro, of course, yeah, in the professional work environment. Well, I'm 10 times better than anyone else at my job. What? Okay, but that sounds obviously very foreign and strange to the weave wearers. I'm sorry, I don't cater for you. But anyway, moving on. So it looks like, in my opinion, that there are some sort of like mad Nigerians being let on the loose to just go off and do mad crime. Now I'm looking for the trifecta. I'm looking for the third one to just put my theory into place. I'm just reporting on the first two that I just think are randomly nutcasey. Mr. Opimipo Daji and Mr. Unprovoked Attack, fucking Michael Iode, fucking piece of shit that needs to get fucked in a prison by a 6-foot fucking Edomite called Bubba. Yeah, that's what needs to happen to him. But anyways, moving on. That was the attack. That was the spiritual attack coming this way. It's a spiritual attack coming this way, and the Lord was like, nah, not having it. Bang! I'll shed no tears for the King of Sleeves. Hold on. By Amanda Platel. Now, Amanda Platel is going in. And she's going in on Max Clifford. Yeah, that's right, people. Because in the ongoing Operation U-Tree and the subsequent investigation into all the pedos, as I said, the word of the pedos is coming to an end. Look whose name comes up in the investigation. Now, it's one thing to, as I said in the last, what are you talking to? If anyone, the way I see it is, police want to come and talk to me about something, right? If you have anything on me, you come and talk to me. I'm not voluntarily going to talk to police that routinely kill black people for no reason. Unless someone's life is in jeopardy that I kill about. I'm not volunteering you any fucking information, okay? You come and find it. Do that fucking detective work, police, okay? It looks like he didn't have to voluntarily come in for anything. He was arrested and interrogated for 12 hours on suspicion of sexual offences. And a clearly distressed Max Clifford made a statement on the steps of Belgravia's police station saying these allegations are damaging, totally untrue. On a personal level, they're very distressing for myself, my wife, my family, and my loved ones. And we don't give a fuck about whether or not they're distressing or not. We just want to care. We just care about whether or not they're true. Mr. Max Clifford. Now, don't get me wrong. Everyone's open to a fair trial. If you don't know who Max Clifford is in America, put it this way. I wouldn't want Max Clifford unleashing his media forces of darkness on me anytime soon. I mean, he is what we call a master of the dark media arts. He's a PR guru. I mean, he's represented a litany of stars and celebrities who have, let's just say, committed one or two indiscretions that they might not want the whole world to know about. And Max has got a good way of smoothing out those prickly realities into something believable, I suppose you could call it that. So yeah, well, it turns out, another very powerful guy in the terms of British media, Max Clifford. He was bailed and left police custody. Now, there's nothing been said. I've certainly never heard anything about Max Clifford on the entire grapevine that has proven to be very accurate thus far, and I won't reveal that to you. I do my own research. But, it wouldn't surprise me that the king of PR would be kind of Teflon-y. He kind of, hey, we're going to see how this one plays out, because to be quite frankly, some of the names I've been hearing, it beggars belief, and I'm not going to hypothesize and try and expose anyone that hasn't already been exposed in the mainstream media, and in fact, I'm not really exposing anyone. All I'm doing is reporting on what everyone else has seen, and this does seem like a comparable development, wouldn't you say? all I can say is, Max, oh, look at this. Rolling Stone. I don't know whether this is related or not, but Rolling Stone, Ronnie Wood's 30-year-old fiance admits that she knows she will eventually end up as carer to her much older husband by 31 years. Oh my God. Related or not? I mean, no. I mean, when you get that age, you're lucky. The way I see it is, by this age, bang, give me a break. If you can snag a 30-something tenderoni and you're up in that age, yeah, good luck to you. It's all fair and above board and it's all legal. So you go, Ronnie Wood. Yeah, lucky man. Anyway, moving on. Bang! Right, and this is the thing that made me laugh, and this is the thing that we've been discussing for a while. That it's one of those things that I just don't know about. I need some feedback on, because to tell you the truth, it's got a touch of the Dr. David Kelly about it, and people are being suicided. It's got a touch of the John Smith about it, and if you don't know what's been happening, which is causing another furor, another storm that's taken information, taken the spotlight away from Operation Nutri somewhat, is the Aussie radio prank call. Okay, to pregnant Kate Middleton's husband. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you the 2Day FM. 2Day FM is an Australian radio station. You can tune in at any point. I suppose you can get it on the internet. But they shot fame recently because actually they did do quite a funny telephone prank. I thought it was funny. Anyway, but one or two very suspicious things that we need to take notice of. Okay, now I'm going to play. First of all, I'm going to play you the prank. And then we're going to discuss what happens after. Because these are the big things in the media at the moment. If you ask me, niggers from Nigeria are being all mental ones are being let loose on the community to wreak havoc and make it look like, ooh, it's black people. Ooh. And on the flip side, there's other little cover-ups going on, or let's say larger cover-ups going on. But, if you don't know, Kate Middleton has gone into a hospital, and apparently he drove her there, and they drove themselves. They made their way to hospital, so yeah, that's quite a big thing. And these Australians have made a prank phone call. Let me play it to you. I'm blabbing.
Hello, good morning. Can I go to 7 Hospital?
Oh, hello there. Could I please speak to Kate, please, my granddaughter?
Oh, yes, just hold on, ma'am.
Thank you.
Right, let me stop it there. That was it. That was it for the woman that killed herself. That woman there is the woman that killed herself. Okay, now, let's talk about confidentiality. Let's talk about breaches of confidentiality. All right, all that woman did was put through a phone call. Let's listen to it again, because you're about to hear the voice of the woman that killed herself. Okay, listen.
To Kate, please, my...
Hospital?
Oh, hello there.
Hello, good morning. Can I go to 7 Hospital?
Oh, hello there. Could I please speak to Kate, please, my granddaughter?
Oh, yes, just hold on, ma'am.
Thank you.
Right, and that was it. And she said, yes, just hold on, Ma, and put it through. Now, I've forgotten what this woman's name is. I'll remember it in a minute. But, I mean, that's quite a innocuous kind of come off it. I mean, I don't know whether or not I don't know what the security protocols are like in that. But, as pranks go, as mistakes go in the workplace, that's not the worst I've ever seen or heard. Okay, now, if you think that that's the woman that killed herself, if you remember, the woman that just put through, that's the woman that killed herself, listen to what the next nurse goes on to say.
Are they putting us through?
Yes.
If this has worked, it's the easiest prank call we've ever made. Your accent sucked, by the way. I just want you to know.
I'm not used to playing old 80-year-old.
What about this then?
Kate, my darling, are you there?
Good morning, ma'am. This is the nurse speaking. How may I help you?
Hello, I'm just after my granddaughter, Kate. I want to see how her little tummy bug is going.
Mummy.
She's sleeping at the moment, and she has had an uneventful night. And sleep is good for her. But as we speak, she's been giving some fluids to rehydrate her, because she was quite dehydrated when she came in. But she's stable at the moment.
Okay, I'll just feed my little corgis then. So when is a good time to come and visit her? Because I'm the queen, so I need a lift down there. Prince Charles!
Mummy, is everything okay?
Oh, wait, my Charles, when can you take me to the hospital, Charles?
Okay, let me stop it there because you heard quite revealing information there. I mean, irrespective of what her current state was at the time. Okay, maybe she'd been throwing up and something. Well, she would have been diagnosed as being dehydrated as she came in. That's medical information. I mean, if she'd been in a very bad way when she come in, you would have got that information as well. So definitely a breach of protocol there. But that woman that gave that information, she hasn't killed herself. We're not hearing anything about her. The woman that put her through right at the very start. Let's listen to the end of this anyway.
When will it be all right to come down and see her? Maybe in the morning or something, if that's okay.
I would suggest that any time after 9 o'clock would be suitable because the doctor will be in the morning.
Okay.
And we'll just be getting her freshened up in the morning. I would think any time after 9.
Wonderful. And is Wills still there? Has he gone home? I haven't spoken to him yet.
He went home at about 9:30 last night. Actually, probably about 9 o'clock last night.
Okay. Lovely. But they're all okay? Everything's all right?
Yes, she's quite stable at the moment. She hasn't had any retching with me since I've been on duty. And she has been sleeping on and off.
Wow, so she hasn't had any retching with me since I've been on duty. So she's been throwing up like I'm a... Like, hey, listen, I'm just going off the medical information that they managed to obtain from the hospital, right? Okay, which anyone could do.
Wonderful.
I think it's difficult sleeping in a strange bed as well.
Yes, of course. It's hardly the palace, is it?
It's nothing like the palaces of Charles.
No.
And when are you going to walk those bloody corgis?
Nunzi, I'll go and take the dogs outside.
I need to go visit Kate in the morning. My dear, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, yeah, so that's the prank call. That's the one that went through, and that's the one that, you know... That's the one that got them in trouble, which is, you know, and I'm like, give me, well, why has it got them in trouble? It's got them in trouble because Jacinta Saldana, the woman that put her through, Jacinta Saldana, 46, with a family, some of them in India, okay, mother of 2, okay, has decided to kill herself on the embarrassment of putting that call through. Does that sound right to you? Okay, should we go back to the call? Let's go back to the call. Let's go back to the length of time she actually spoke.
Is there enough sleep?
Oh, hello there.
Hello, good morning. Can you get this enough sleep?
Oh, hello there. Could I please speak to Kate, please, my granddaughter?
Oh, yes, just hold on, ma'am.
Thank you.
Very respectful. Just said, okay, just hold on, Mum, and put her through. I mean, all I could say is, if this woman genuinely committed suicide, she must have been in a very unstable emotional state. If she was in an unstable emotional state, should she have been working for the hospital? Second to that, why, you know, I've worked in some real shitholes and I've been bawled out before. Are you going to come home and really kill yourself when you've got a family and you've got kids? And so what if it becomes a national scandal? Okay, you weather through it and then you write a book. I don't know. Or shame and embarrassment on the family. That's what I'm supposed to believe because she's Mauritian. She's not even Indian. She's Mauritian. So, I don't know. It's not sitting well with me, this story. Okay, let's follow this.
A tragic turn in the radio hoax on a British hospital where the Duchess of Cambridge was being treated for severe morning sickness. A nurse at the UK hospital that treated the Duchess of Cambridge has been found dead.
Almost every other Australian broadcaster is reporting the death, but not yet 2Day FM in Sydney. It's just a few days since their presenters were boasting about their prank.
A couple of nights ago, we called the hospital where Kate Middleton is staying, pretending to be the Queen and Prince Charles.
Yeah.
And with the world's worst accent, they put us straight through.
We were expecting to be hung up on. We didn't even know what to say when we got through.
We got put through, and now the entire world is talking.
One of the nurses they duped was Jacinta Saldana. She's now been found dead at her hospital accommodation. Her family and her hospital have said they are deeply saddened.
We can confirm that Jacinta was recently the victim of a hoax call to the hospital. The hospital have been supporting her through this very difficult time. Jacinta was a first-class nurse who cared diligently for hundreds of patients during her time with us. Everyone is shocked by the loss of a much-loved and valued colleague.
Hang on a second, so you're a nurse and you care for others in order to keep them alive, and then you're going to kill yourself? I don't know.
This week, the Duchess of Cambridge spent 4 days in the hospital being treated for acute morning sickness. Throughout her stay here, there was massive international interest in what was happening inside this hospital. It was early on Tuesday morning that the Australian radio show called up. They spoke to Jacinta Saldana. She then put the call through to a colleague who revealed some details as to Kate's condition.
Exactly, all the
hospital
details.
Condemned the stunt.
And listen
Before
to
this latest news, Prince Charles made light of it.
What's your reaction to the news about the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge? How do you know another radio station?
In a statement, Today FM said, Chief Executive Officer...
Okay, now that statement was made before the suicide. That statement was a supposed suicide. Prince Charles, ho ho ho, how do you know I'm not a radio station? We're making light of it. Well, if he's making light of it, surely the most sycophantic, imperialist, lapdoggy type of loyal servant, subject, bootlicker, right, would make light of it too, right? Surely if Prince Charles is okay with it just being a prank, surely a servant of the realm who believes in their heart and soul in protecting the Queen, they should obviously consider themselves getting off lightly, right? Yeah, that's what you'd think. Or maybe something else is going on. I don't know. Prince Charles, he's just drawn light to the fact that there was a prank. He just drew attention to the fact that there was a prank. And subsequently, after this statement, woman turned up dead.
But before this latest news, Prince Charles made light of it.
What's your reaction to the news about the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge? How do you know another radio station?
In a statement, Today FM said, Chief Executive Officer Rhys Holloran has spoken with the presenters. They are both deeply shocked, and at this time, we have agreed that they not comment about the circumstances. The station went on, they will not return to their radio show until further notice, out of respect for what can only be described as a tragedy. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have praised the care Kate received here. They did not...
Yeah, alright, that's enough. Right, okay. Well, anyways, you know, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Woman kills herself, and the funny thing is, afterwards, and you know, I'm very surprised at the Australians, because I would have thought the Australians would have actually had the balls to say, oh, this is a load of bollocks, what are you talking about? Woman kills herself, even though Prince Charles has joked about it and said it was funny. Instead, we've had to, like, suffer these two presenters breaking down and crying on our screens, okay, because they feel like sort of in a sort of, you know, Tonight special type of interview, you know, like Princess Diana. It's like we've got the news exclusive, and obviously they're both here looking contrite and quite sad about it. But you know, this is something that they could have been quite bullish on, because I would bet a fair amount of money that suicide was not a suicide. It's kind of like a Dr. David Kelly. It's kind of like a John Smith. Okay, just follow me. You don't understand what I mean? Follow my thinking. Let's say some Secret Service agent just went and bumped her off. Let's say she'd been bullied because she was the one that actually put her through. Forget the fact that the other one ran her mouth. It would be not unreasonable to assume that bumping her off and making it look like a suicide would guarantee the royals a sustained amount, or more or less sustained, a far more reduced amount of press intrusion. Do you reckon? I don't think anyone's going to be trying to phone through or prank the royals anytime soon. I don't think anyone's going to be trying to sneak in anywhere or telephoto lens anything. Or do you understand what I'm saying? I don't think, you know, after this, I think this has worked out for the royals quite well. I don't think anyone's going to be bothering them for a while. I don't know. What do you think?